So SQL Server is where we were working, and the queries we were running it SQL query 1. Okay, just click once and it will be opened in your SQL Server. Okay, and we were at the check constraint, this one, right? This is what we were trying to do. So the very first thing is, make sure that you are pointing towards the correct database in which you want to work. Masters is the one which is at the topest level, and retail we created. Okay, you can directly select it from here, or you can write use retail and execute this command. Just select it, select this query and select this once and then execute. Fine, done. So it will give you that query completed successfully. So after that, the check constraint, create table product 2, we were trying to do this. And check here, when you are trying to check means what? You just want to make sure that it is within the range which you are mentioning within the parenthesis of check constraint. Check as your this one. Okay, so product quantity, I was saying that I want that the quantity must be greater than 10. Okay, so this is not the right way. Here you must mention the column name. That column name must be greater than 10. So 10 is what? 10 is something which I am hard coding that. Okay, so then after writing this, just select this query. The rest of the things, I hope it's clear. Create table, this is the table name. Prod ID is the column name. Int is the data type. Primary key is one of the constraint. Then unique, not null, and this is the fourth constraint within the same table. Select that query, complete, and then execute. Okay, it's giving you something incorrect. Just read the line. Incorrect syntax near some parenthesis. Here we need a closing parenthesis. Okay, it was missing. Then select the query and done. So query is completed, its command is completed successfully. So if you want to see what all things are present within product 2, go to that database from the left side, the projects panel, table, and go to the projects, right click and refresh it. Okay, can you see it's dbo.product2. So product 2 I'm able to create. Then is what are the second way to see what all things are present? sp underscore help, then the column the table name. Okay, these things we have already covered. And product 2, this is the table name. Just select it and then execute. So all the things, all the constraints which I am passing, which I am mentioning within the query while creation of that table, I am able to see. Fine. So now let's see what all constraints are left. Select insert, or let me open this. So not null, unique, primary, check, default. I think everything is done. Foreign key and primary key. This thing we'll discuss after working on these clauses. So where clause we have already done, like, and, or, top. Okay, let's start with top clause. How it works. So how many tables we have? We have category 1. Let's see what all things are present within product 1 table. Okay, two things, two values are there, two entities are there, or two rows are there, many things for the same. Or instead of get product 1, if I want to see category 1, make sure that the table name is correct. Okay, nothing is present inside that, or the same query with the different table name. Category 2. Okay, we don't have any table with this name. TWO is the table name which we renamed. Okay, again nothing. Okay, let's start working on this only. Okay, select star from product 1. Two things are present, or let's insert some more values within that. Okay, sp underscore help for product 1. So let's insert some of the values. Insert into the query is very simple. Product underscore 1, this is the table name. Then you need to mention the column names, that is prod ID, then prod name, then prod price and prod quantity, and after that values, then all the values which you want, and see the data type, the type of data which can be present inside that column, it is mentioned over here. Okay, prod id can be int, prod name can be varchar. Okay, let's say it is 105, any random values I am going to write now. Prod, here I'll mention this is a varchar, so it must be within single quotes. I'll mention the Adidas as my product, Adidas shoes. Okay, and prod price, let's say it's 200, and the quantity it's a 50. Okay, copy the same thing, and here just change the name 6. You can also keep it as it is, okay, but just not to make confusion. Adidas shoes, I'll say Bata shoes, Nike, and here I'll say Samsung, just some random names, and here I'll say iPhone, and change the values 300, 80, 100. Done. Okay, so select all the queries, all these commands, and execute. It's giving you all are correct, and then select star from product 1. Yeah, all these things, all these now values are there. Okay, very simple thing. Now for the top clause, okay, the very first clause which I'm going to cover is this one. Okay, how top works. So how many rows are there? 7. What if it's only 7? Maybe we have 100 or 1000 of rows. So how we can check for top 5? Okay, so it is like this, top 5, it's select top 5 star from category or the table name, that is it's product 1. So this is done. I just need to write how many top values you want, and then if I execute, it's giving you top 5 values. It's not depends on any of the column, just randomly top 5 means from the starting 1 2 3 4 5. Okay, and if I write top 3, it will give you 1 2 and 5, the top 3 values. Okay, and you can also mention the condition. Okay, with the where clause, it's top 3 star from product 1 where prod price is greater than 100. Okay, let's see what it will give me. It's again giving me the same thing, because this is it is not depending on that conditions directly. Or if I write the same thing with this, just a minute. Okay, both of these if I run, so it's giving me not only, it's not depends on the values, but it is 20, only the top 3 prices. Actually the prices are not as much different, so that's why. Okay, so top 3 is not giving me the exactly correct thing, but top 3 is used for getting, like if I write 100, top 100 star, or instead of star you can also mention the column name which you need. Let's say if I want prod name. Okay, and now if I run, it's giving me top 100 means what I do have. Could you remove top clause and run? Which one? This one? Okay, let's do one thing. Let's copy this, and if I remove this prod name, okay, now it's fine. Let's run these two. It's giving me the same thing. It's not depending on the prod price, because, or let me write here, because where clause is not working. Yeah, here where clause is not working, correct. prod price is, instead of price, if I write quantity, just give me a minute. Or let's cover the rest of the things first, then we'll relate more than two clauses in one condition. Okay, for the time, it's only about the, and the thing which I just want to explain is top. If I write top 100, I don't have more than 100 values, so it is giving me all the values which are present within that table. Okay, this is how top works. This is for SQL Server only. If you work within MySQL, then it is row number, it is on the row number. Okay, now the next clause is order by, group by, distinct. Let's work on distinct. So how distinct works? Distinct means all the different values which are present, right? So distinct itself is a complete remove duplicates. Yes, it is going to remove duplicates. And if I run, so how many prod quantity is there? Yeah, see, 50 is coming 3 times, right? See, prod quantity within product quantity, 50 is coming 3 times. And it's copy, it's for distinct. And what if I want all the values, all the prod, just compare the things which I'm going to do. QU. If I run it, can you see 7 times, 7 rows, 7 different values are coming. Or let me write here prod ID. Okay, prod ID is, so this time 2 columns will come, prod ID and prod quantity. Now what if I want only those quantities which have different values present inside that? So how we can do that? Just copy the same command, but here select all the distinct values which are present within product 1. If I run this, it's just giving me 5 rows now, because 2 of them, 50 is coming 2 times and 100 is also coming, I think 2 times. See, 100 and 50, okay, only 50 is repeated. So 50 was coming 3 times in my last command. If I just want the distinct values, then I'm able to see. Okay, so distinct is also helpful. Say if you have, yes, and say if you have the genders, here we are not using any column with the gender as its value, in which male and female can only come. So for that way, for that purpose, distinct is going to help us a lot. Okay, yes. And the next clause, right now we are working on each and every clause separately. Okay, I'll also work on more than one clause if you are working in the same command. So what is aliasing? This is what we'll do next. So aliasing means you want to, if you have any column, let's say if this one only, on the same command if I work, okay, if I run this command, so what is the column name I'm getting? It's giving me product quantity, right? So this is actually not the product quantity, because like when I run it without distinct clause, it was giving me 7 values, but this time it's just giving me 5 values. So I can change the column name. I can change the column name with as, here I can write distinct, just for a temporary, just for the temporary I want to call it with this name, that you can keep the column name like this. Instead of this product quantity, we can change the column name. Let's say if I run, let me run it once. If I run it, so can you see the column name is coming with this name? Okay, yes. So distinct is actually not changing the column name within my table, within my parent table product 1. It is just giving It is just changing the column name within the output. Right, this is where I am getting, this is within the console, I am getting the column name as this one. Let's say we have one more clause in which it is going to help you a lot, count. So count is for what? If I want to count how many open quotes, this one, yeah, you can use it because it is a kind of, let's try it, or maybe it will give you some issues, but I think this is a better way. Okay, or one more thing I can do, because distinct is a kind of keyword, distinct QUA quantity, I can keep it like this. This time it's not giving me the error. Okay, if I use any keyword, for that it was giving me issues. You need to write it within single quotes so that it can make sure that it is not a keyword, it is just a name which I want as my column name. Okay, so if you use any keyword for that, you need a single quotes, yes. Otherwise you can also write like this. So even I think this is a better way for me. Okay, so now for count, this is again one more clause. If I write select star from product 1, it's giving me that 7 rows I can count, but instead of this I can also write, now we'll use two clauses in a single query. Okay, if I write select count star from product 1, what it will give me? It's giving me 7. Why it is giving me 7? Because star is something, star means all the rows. Okay, and if I write, okay, let it be like this, and I'll just copy the same command. Select, instead of this I'll write this thing. Okay, so count the distinct number of product quantities from the product 1. Let's see what I'll get. What should I get? How many distinct values were there for product quantity? 5. Yeah, I'm getting 5. And I can add one more clause as aliasing this one as this one. Okay, I can write as, I can write the same thing, distinct quantity. Okay, and before this you can also write count the distinct quantity. Okay. So multiple clauses in a single query. It's giving me, this is the column name which I'm getting because of this thing, because of aliasing. I'm getting the count of the total number of distinct values. Okay, this is how multiple clauses can come. And one more clause is a like. Now we'll work on like. Like is also very useful. Same thing, I'll again start with select star from product 1. Okay, so see here, how many products, how many product names have something common? See, shoes is coming 3 times. The shoes as a word is coming 3 times within product name. Or I can say that product price is 200. 1, 2. So how many products do have the prices which starts from 2? 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Okay, so what actually I'm trying to say is, what if I need something, like I don't know the exactly thing, like you are searching for something, you are searching for any product with the price as 200 to 300, the values which varies. Or you can write that 2 is the thing which I want, 20, then you can write this 20, and after that anything can come. This is for price. You can also write for the product name any name, like any word which includes shoes. Okay, the name which contains shoes, I want all those products. Okay, so this comes under like, how like can work. Select star from product where prod name is that column from which I want to search, where prod name is like this thing, and then here I can write shoes. Is this correct? Yeah, it's correct. So shoes is something which I want to be as part of the product name. Let's see, am I getting the correct thing? Okay, something wrong. Now, okay, wait a minute, let me check. It's percentile shoes. Just a minute. Okay, it comes like this, I think. Now it's correct. Yes. Because this is something which is a kind of varchar. Okay. And now if I run, yeah, now I'm getting. So what you were saying, Joy? It's percentile. See, shoes is the exactly word which I want to be as part of my name. Okay, that's why I need to write percentile shoes is the, or you can also write shoes. S only. So if I write only S, what I'll get? Let's see. So if I run this command, so if I search for S and if I search for shoes, two things. It's for with a percentile. Shoes, what is the difference? What I'll get? What do you think? Am I get the same thing if I search for this percentile and S and percentile, or percentile shoes and then percentile? Both will give me the same values. What do you think? Yes, Joy? If I search for shoes or like S, then what all things I'll get? See, if I only with starting S, okay, not only with starting S, if I search for this thing and if I search for this, there is a difference. If I search for this thing, the thing which you said only S, then Samsung will also come as part of shoes, shoes and shoes. Okay, so 105, 6 and 7, 8 also, right. And not only this, also the name which includes S within that, because this S, this before S also anything can come. This is what? This thing is what? This thing is what? Before S anything can come and after S anything can come. And the same thing, before S, before shoes, shoes must be there, and after shoes anything can come. So this is the difference. Okay, and let's do one thing, copy the same thing but this time with shoes also. And if I want all of three come, or let's do one thing, count. You know how count works, you know how count close works. I'll just write these things. Right. And this thing and this thing before this. So this count distinct used a lot. Okay, you are going to use it a lot. Top. Just run these commands. Okay, now see. So if I search for select count star from product, it's giving me 7. If I search for shoes, SHOES, it's giving me 3, and if I search for S, it's giving me 4. I hope it's clear how it is giving. And you can also write as in front of this. Like after this, you want what should be the column name can come. Counting like this. Okay, and now if I run, so for the very first one, it will give me the counting as its column name. Done. This is what we need. Okay, so and or this thing we'll cover now. So and or is nothing but is going to help you to concatenate or to work with more than one. Yes, more than one queries. Yes, yes, child. How about underscore? Which underscore? Which one? You are saying something. For the like operator. Okay. I'm not getting you. Where you need underscore? See this, if this percentage symbol is for what? This means that this must be a part of that highlighted part. Shoes must be a part of wild characters. Okay. But where is the underscore I'm using? I'm not using underscore anywhere. This is the column name and this is the count clause. They have two formats, like and. Okay, so that is a different thing. Yeah, that's is a different thing. Okay, and one more thing, let's do one thing. If I write s then percentage symbol, then what will happen? What do you think, what will happen now? What I'll get, s then the percentage symbol, s followed. Okay, right, it will give me one only because Samsung is the only one that starts with s and then anything can come after s, right? Okay, yes. Now about and or, could you try with okay, like this. If I execute, yeah, it's giving me because see, if I'm using it within single quotes, okay, not count, simple search, okay, it will not make any change. If I write select star from product 1 where prod name is like this one, yeah, I've removed count. Now it's fine. Now if I search, it's not giving me anything. It's giving me select star. See, the values are not coming. Nothing is like this. Okay, like this. It's correct now. This is what? First underscore. Okay. Remove. You can type the thing which you want. Okay. S underscore. Then this. Fine. Okay. It's giving the details of Samsung also. Okay. You means that this is for. Okay. S is fixed. S is fixed now. After that underscore, then the percentage symbol. So anything can come after that. Okay. I was not sure about this. I'll check. I'll check how it is coming. Okay. Fine. Yes, I was not aware of this thing. I just know about this, how percentage symbol and where it can come. So now about and or. And or both are the kind of things which you can use to concatenate, to add some more conditions on two different commands if you have more than one command. If I write select star from product 1, okay, it's giving you all the details. And what if the same command with some condition where prod quantity is equals to, or let's say it's greater than a 90. Okay, so this command will give you what? Greater than 90 is going to give you the details of 100, the product having the quantity greater than 90, that is 100. And what if I write the command, the same command, but instead of 90, if I write greater than 50, it's not equals to 50, it's greater than 50. So it's giving you two things, two outputs under the condition greater than 50, that is 80 and 100. Okay, and now if you want the details of all the products with the values, the product quantity greater than 90 and the product quantity greater than 50, then what will happen? So this select is it, and will not come over here. Here I need to write the and within the condition. Okay, and instead of product quantity, say if I write price, the same condition within the where clause with the price, where price is let me check all the price values. Price is 200, 260 is greater than 200. Okay, now it's fine. Okay, so two commands, two different conditions I am setting within the same condition. Okay, and if I search for this one only, how many values are coming? 1, 2 and 3. Three outputs, three rows, three entities contain this thing where product price is greater than 200. Three things and the quantity greater than 90. It means only one should come. If I run this line, this command, select star from product 1 where quantity is greater than 90. Okay, this one, and the price is greater than 200. So which condition, which value will satisfy this thing? Only 106. The command, the entity which is 106 will be satisfying this thing, and yeah, I'm getting. Okay, so if I write the AND command, so both the conditions are to be satisfied. If I write the same command with OR, instead of AND, if I write OR, so what will happen? What will happen? Let's see. It's giving me the list of those products with the quantity greater than 90, with the quantity greater than not only 90 but also the things with satisfying this thing with the product price is greater than 200. Okay, just give me a minute. Let me write both the commands separately first, then you can make the difference. This thing is for the condition 1, and if I write the condition for product price, okay, so these two commands, if I run, what I'm getting, see, the first command is giving me the details of that product with the quantity is greater than 90, which is 100. Correct, this is for first. Okay, and for the second one I am getting product price is greater than 200. All the products having prices 200. And if I search for the product having quantity greater than 90 and the price greater than 200, if I search for and means both the conditions to be satisfied. Okay, so greater than 90 and greater than 200 means all three. So this one and all three. If I write AND command, it will give me the details of this one only 106. But if I search for or means what? Or can be used that this one condition or this one, any one of the condition to be satisfied once. Okay, let's run all of these 4 commands, then you will understand more. Yeah, now I'm getting. So the very first command is for this one. Greater than 90 means 100, correct. Then I'm getting the details of all the products having price greater than 200, which is also correct. Price is greater than 200. See, 200, 300, 260, 300. And in the last second I'm using AND clause where both of these are going to satisfy the condition with the quantity greater than 90 and the price greater than 200, which is this one. See, in this I am having the price is greater than, surely it's greater than 200 and the quantity is greater than 90. And in this one, the last one, this is a very important. Here I am getting the details of all those products with the quantity is greater than 90. Okay, quantity is greater than 90, and in some of the condition it is not greater than 90, but the price is surely greater than 200. So any one of the condition is to be satisfied for the last one. Yes. And the assignment which I gave you, in that assignment, I think out of these two, any one of the question you will see. Okay, and or condition. So this is about the clauses. Yes, and only 3 are left: order by, group by, and having. So let's start with order by. It's also very much, it's going to be used a lot when we'll work on Informatica, work within ETL. Okay, so what do you mean by order by? Order by means we have a list of some of the columns, the values, and I want to order my all the details. I want to order my all the list on the basis of some condition. That ordering can be done in ascending order, it can be done in descending order. So what is ascending and what is descending? We'll work on that first. Okay, and okay, yeah, order by. The same command again as I am doing, just start with the select query. Okay, and order by, if I just write order by. After that I need to write the column name order by prod price. Okay, I'm not writing any ascending descending, just for a simple query for the first time. And now let's run these both commands. Should be ascending. Okay, yes. Okay, just wait a minute. So for the very first command, select star from product 1. If I don't write order by clause, I'll get the same thing as we have just inserted 101245, right, like this. But if I write order by clause on the basis of any column name like product price, can you see it's giving me the details in the ascending order: 200, 200, 200, then 260, 300 and 300. Or I can also write, instead of price, if I write quantity, a different column name, and now if I run, okay, see the quantity is now in the ascending order: 10, 20, 50, 50, 80 and 100. Okay, so as you were saying, by definition I am going to get it in the ascending order only. Okay, so if I don't write anything, it will come within the ascending order. And if I write DESC, 2 columns can include in the order by. No, we can't include more than 1 column within order by. Okay, and now if I run, this time I'm changing the way, this format, it's within descending order. And now if I run, very first thing is as it is, it's coming 10, 20, 30, and after that the second one is giving me something within ascending order: 10, 20, 50, 50, and after that I'm getting 100, 80. So this is something within the descending order, that the top I'm going to get the highest value, then it is going to be decrease. Okay, so this is how order by clause works. Now what about group by? It's clear how order by clause works? It's very simple. Yes, okay. Now about group by. How group by clause works? Group by clause is used to make a grouping in between the values which are present within any table. Okay, so let's say here, let's start with the group by clause. So group by clause can't work alone. It needs some of the where condition. Like order by is working without any where. We can also write where it's our wish, we want to write the where condition or not. Okay, but for the group by it works with where, and or you can write having. These are the two things with which group by clause works. Okay, so group by is used for what? Group by clause is used to make grouping in between all the things, all the data which are present. Okay, okay, so see, I can do grouping on the basis of, like here I'm not getting, like say if we have males and females, I can do grouping on the basis of gender only. Or here I can do grouping on the basis of the product price greater than 200, the product price greater than 250. So how many product price having greater than 250? 1, 2 and 3. Okay, so let's try with this thing. If I write select star from product 1, and instead of this I'll write prod price. Okay, we need to mention those columns only on the basis of which I want to do grouping. Okay, it's prod ID and prod price group by the prod price where, okay, where clause will not come here, group by this one, where prod price is greater than 250. Okay, this one, this is done. Let's see what all I'll get. Now if I run, just a minute, prod ID is invalid. Okay, wait a minute. Let me search for this one only. Yes, I'm getting now. So last time the problem was I was I want to print the value which on the basis of which I'm not doing grouping. So grouping can be done, or here I can also write count. So this is how group by works. Here I can write all those prices. I just want to count all those prices, and I want to print that price actually with the product ID where it is greater than 250. Okay, just a minute. Now if I run, yeah, now it's giving. So one product is having the price greater than having the price greater than 250, and it is 260, and the two products having the price as 300. Okay, so group by something on the basis of which I can do grouping. Okay, so here I can also write as the aliasing part, it's count. Okay, so now if I run, it will it will give me the same thing but with a column name as count. Okay, now the same thing with a having clause. Let's try. So having clause is something, see, product price I am doing it which is correct. Now what if I want, instead of this, if I want it like, or let me change this thing, condition also greater than 20 and count price, just a minute. Okay, quantity as count, product price, where if I use the same thing, this thing is greater than 2, so it will not work. So where clause you can use directly for the column name, but if you are using any function within the within that condition on the basis of which you are doing that grouping, you can't use where clause. For that you need to write having clause only. Okay, so let me change some more things within the same query. Okay, so in all fine, select count on the basis of product quantity from where, this one, okay, wrong query, it's like this, and yeah, now it's not giving me any error. Okay, so if I'm using like this, or let's do one thing, let's search for conclude group by doesn't work with post of aggregate function. No, if I'm using where clause, then it will not work if I'm using any of the aggregate function. So what do you mean by aggregate function? What do you mean by aggregate function? Just give me a minute. Yes, count or sum, right? Product quantity as count. Just give me a minute. Let me relate it with a simple one. Okay, so how many product quantity is coming? It's giving me 7, right? This is a very simple thing, because when I run select star from product, it's giving me seven different products. Okay, and now if I want to fire this group by clause with the same command, and if I want to set the condition on the basis of, I want to set the condition. Okay, so where is one of the condition on the basis of that it must be greater than 2. For that I can't use where clause, it must works with having clause. Okay, so this is how it works. I was discussing about this group by clause. So if I want to fire any aggregate function, for that we need to have having clause. Okay, or let me just check one more thing. Just give me a minute. Let me find it so that I can tell you the correct format. I'm not making, okay, no issues. The last thing which I just want to implement is this one. me check what all I'll get. Actually, I'm not sure about this. Having count or count star. Okay, wait a minute. I think some changes I need to write. Or I'll check what's the issue with this. Group by is not working with that. I'll check for that. Okay, I'll check for the rest of the thing. Anything you want